Once upon a time there were 3 little pigs who had left their mother and father and were wandering about. When autumn came and it began to rain, the 3 little pigs started to feel that they needed a real home. Sadly, they knew that the fun was over and that they must set to work like the others, or they'd be left in the cold and rain, with no roof over their heads. They talked about what to do, but each of the little pigs had a different idea. The first little pig, the laziest, said he'd build a hut out of straw. "It will only take a day," he said. "It's too fragile." The others said, but he refused to listen. Not quite so lazy, the second little pig went in search of planks of wood. Clunk clunk clunk. It took him 2 days to nail them together. The third little pig was not so lazy. He didn't want a straw house, or a wooden house. "That's not the way to build a house," he said. "It takes time, patience, and hard work to build a house that is strong enough to stand up to wind, rain and snow and, most of all, to protect us from the wolf." The days went by, and the wisest little pig's house took shape, brick by brick. From time to time, his brothers visited, saying with a chuckle, "Why are you working so hard? Why don't you come and play?" But the stubborn little pig said, "No, I shall finish my house first, and then I'll come and play. I shall not be foolish like you." One day, the wolf came. He saw the first little pig's straw hut, and went towards it. "Come out, little pig," said the wolf. "Or I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." "I'd rather stay where I am," replied the little pig. So the wolf puffed out his chest and he huffed, and huffed, took a very deep breath and blew with all his might, right onto the house. All the straw the silly pig had heaped against some thin poles fell down. Excited, the wolf didn't notice that the little pig had slipped out from underneath the heap of straw, and was dashing towards his brother's wooden house. The wolf was very angry and went towards the wooden house. "Come out, little pigs," he said. "Or I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down." And that he did, and the wooden house collapsed like a pack of cards. Luckily, the wisest little pig had finished building his house. The 2 little pigs ran and ran and ran to their brother's house. And not a moment too soon, for the wolf was already hammering furiously on the door. "Come out, little pigs, or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." But the wolf blew once, blew again and blew a third time, but it was all in vain, for the house did not budge an inch. The 3 little pigs watched him, and their fear began to fade. Quite exhausted, the wolf decided to try one of his tricks. He scrambled up a ladder onto the roof, to have a look at the chimney. However, the wisest little pig was ready, and he lit a fire under the chimney. When the wolf threw himself down the chimney, he was greeted by fire, and his tail became a flaring torch. Never again will I go down a chimney," he squealed, as he tried to put out the flames in his tail, and he ran away as fast as he could. The 3 little pigs were very happy, and were dancing round and round in the yard, singing, "The wicked black wolf will never come back." Quote. Now safe, the 3 little pigs lived happily ever after.